G'day legends, it's Mark here from North Oz, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you one of the major issues that I have with this FJ Cruiser. It's something I've mentioned before and I'm hoping that I have the fix to solve it. So stick around, today's going to be a good one. So one of the biggest issues that I've had with my FJ Cruiser since picking it up, 3-4 months ago, has been the fact that it's really unsettled. It doesn't really matter what I'm doing, on-road, off-road, and I'm not too sure if it's the fact that it's 10 years old, the bushings are getting a bit older in it, the rubber's starting to deteriorate, the suspension components. I don't know what it is, but at this point it just seems like that every time I hit any sort of off-camber road, it just wants to dive into it and it really upsets the rear. It gives it a bit of a wobble, so it doesn't give me much confidence, especially trying to get the speed up a little bit or taking on some more technical tracks. So today we've got a little bit of a fix for it with the help of Tyre. They have helped me out with some tires for this episode, so I do want to thank them for being a supporter of the channel. And guys, having a look at tires, I've been spending a lot of time on there and on other websites as well, but Tyre have been great for just trying to find the exact tire that I want just through the filtering systems and trying to get the right size for my FJ. So the tires that I've gone for are some Bridgestone tires. They are ones that I have, and again, there's no sponsorship involved with Bridgestone, but I've just decided to go with them because it's the factory ones that they sell on the 79 series Land Cruiser, which is one that I have. And I've been really impressed with the wear, I've been really impressed with the noise from it, and I've been really impressed with the off-road performance. But most importantly, I've been most impressed with the wet weather performance, because I've owned a lot of different other tire brands, and I tell you what, with a lot less power than the vehicles I have now, and the backs on them was just slide around so much, especially in the wet season, which we have has pretty much been all year here in Cairns. So if you guys are in the market for tires, make sure you check out Tyre, and it is something that the company that I am backing, because the filtering system on it was really easy to use, and they've got a lot of good deals on there as well. And for people that are watching this as well, if you guys want to pick up yourself some tires, I'll have a discount code down the bottom here, so you can use that and save yourself some money. So that's hopefully putting these tires on, I'm hoping will fix the issue that I'm having at the moment, because on my GU Patrol, I had the similar sort of issues. I had a wobble up the front and it just wasn't riding right. But when I got tires on it, new tires on it, it started to ride really well again, exactly how I wanted it to. So before we head off, I'm going to give you guys a little quick explanation as to why I stuck with the stock tires for the FJ and why I didn't upgrade in tire size just yet. So for those of you who've been around on the channel for a little while, you'll know that I don't like to go too crazy with my builds. I like to keep everything pretty manageable, pretty sensible. So for the FJ, I haven't gone crazy with the tire sizes. I am sticking to the stock tire size. And the reason for that is because I want to make sure that, one, it's definitely legal. I'm not stuffing around with, certain percentages here and there and trying to get away with a little bit more tire. Not at this stage in the build. In the future, that's going to be a bit of a different story. But for now, I'm just trying to keep everything as stock as possible. And like I've mentioned, I'm trying to diagnose a problem here, and I'm hoping that these tires are going to fix it. So I'm sticking with the stock tire. I'm also very mindful of fuel economy on these vehicles. Even with my old tires, I'm getting around 11.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which for an FJ isn't too bad. So I'm hoping with a better set of tires on there, I'm going to see that fuel economy drop a little bit, which this is my daily driver. The 79 series is my weekend car for going camping. It's camping ready at all times. So this is more of my daily driver, which I am doing up to do some weekend trips and stuff as well over time, just so you guys are aware kind of where this build is going. But the idea of this is to be purely my daily driver, and to also be a bit of a cool car that I can tinker with a little bit and do some little bits and pieces like I'm doing today, just to, because I love changing a few things here and there and seeing how things go. So stock tire size, staying the same, not upgrading, going with some Bridgestones, been happy with the performance of them on my 79, and I'm hoping that's going to fix that wobble that I'm having. So let's go and get these new tires loaded up. Let's get them on the rims, and then we will check back in once I've driven around with the tires for a little bit, and I'll give you a little bit of an update on how we went. So here we are, guys, we are back. We have got the tires on from the tire shop, and they've turned out really good. Definitely a little bit more like height in this tire than I was expecting. I was expecting a little bit more of width on the track, but when we go to lower the pressures in this tire when we do our off-roading segment in an upcoming video, we will see that that tread will actually sink down and create quite a nice footprint. So pretty nice tire so far, really quiet on the roads. Haven't really noticed much of a difference between these and the older ones that I had, so that's a good thing. If it was louder, I'd be a bit concerned because these have a lot sharper lugs on them as well. So the question is, did they fix the issue I was having with the wobble? So to do that, we are going to go for a bit of a drive and we'll see how it handles as we go around town and as Dad and I go on our taco run. So stick around, we'll see what Dad thinks of these tires and I'll let you know if we solved the problem. All right, so we're 5 minutes into the taco run. I got Dad here and he's been driving for about 5 minutes now, so we're gonna get his thoughts about what he thinks of the new tires. And like, so far it's been pretty much everything that I've noticed as well, so that's good news that I'm not just imagining it. So what do you think of the tires so far, Dad?
They made a huge difference. I find that the steering is a lot lighter, more precise. They seem quieter too, I find.
Yeah, I think they're a bit quieter as well because the lugs aren't as big. So this has got like fewer, I guess, chunkier lugs. They're a bit smaller and they're a lot like sharper as well.
Oh, okay. And I find the ride is so much smoother. Everything about it is just so solid. It just feels, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It just feels precise.
So one of the things that I had problems with, and this is kind of like the whole thing of the video, was, and I mentioned it in my review video, which is how like pronounced it was, is that every time I'd hit like kind of like an off camber, section of the road, so like one wheel would dip in, I would always feel that the car would like dive into it and the back would then become unsettled. So I was hoping that the tires are probably like the easiest in terms of without having to take it into a mechanic shop and without having to diagnose any suspension issues. And so that was kind of like my go-to before, and also the tires needed to be done anyway, so I was hoping that would fix it. So I think that we have fixed the problem because it feels so much better.
It does. It feels really, really good.
And it pretty much drives exactly how like I was hoping it would drive.
Amazing what a difference the tires have made, actually. It's really amazing. I'm sort of coming to terms with the lighter steering because it's I'm used to the heavy tire. The tires that were on were really hard and old, I suppose you could say, and this has really freed up the steering now. It just feels so much better.
And these tires, they have, like I mentioned earlier in the earlier clips, that these tires are like, they're a lot taller. Like they don't have that spread out profile that the ones that I had on the vehicle, the various tires that I had on the vehicle, which isn't good to have to begin with, which is probably why I was all over the place. Those tires, they have a lot more of like a flatter footprint, but these, they sit up a lot higher. So, which isn't too bad because it means when I hit the trails, I'll be able to reduce the pressures, and that will flatten out anyway. So.
Yeah, true.
Yeah,
they got good treads on them too, I noticed.
Yeah, they look really aggressive, which is good. Good for the off-roading, but also they're pretty quiet on the road here as well, and we should get good wet weather performance out of them as well. But guys, I will be doing a long-term review of this tire if you are interested in it, and that's going to conclude today's video. So if you want to pick up some tires, make sure you go ahead and check out Tyre Ruler. Again, thank you to Tyre Ruler for helping out with today's video. It is very much appreciated. Dad and I are really enjoying driving the FJ around now because it's just that much better and it's not jumping around all over the road, so we do appreciate it. So thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next one.
See you in the next one.
Caught him off guard.
I might say that one again. You sort of caught me by.
All right, ready?
All right, yeah. See you in the next one.